This is the story of Emily, a young woman working as a maid in a wealthy family's home. She took up the job with the wealthy Cooper family to support her mother's medical treatment. The head of the Cooper family, Mr. Cooper, was a strict and often harsh man. His wife, Mrs. Cooper, would often yell at Emily over small mistakes. If Emily made even the slightest error, Mrs. Cooper would berate her in front of others, finding fault in everything she did and piling on extra tasks. Emily had no choice but to endure this treatment because her family was in a difficult situation. She decided to bear everything for her mother's sake. Other members of the family also vented their frustrations by treating Emily poorly and picking on her work. At times, bruises and marks from their anger would show on Emily's clothes or face, but she never complained. One day, the youngest son, Ryan, returned home from the city. Ryan noticed that Emily seemed sad and withdrawn, even after finishing her work. He asked her about it, but she didn't open up at first. Gradually, though, Ryan began observing how the family treated her. He started feeling compassion for her and decided he wanted to help. One evening, as Emily sat in her room quietly crying, Ryan approached her and offered comfort. He encouraged her to stand up for her self-respect and not let anyone mistreat her. His kindness gave Emily the strength she needed. The next day, Ryan confronted his parents, telling them he wouldn't tolerate how they treated Emily. Initially, the family was taken aback, but Ryan's words struck a chord, and they began to realize their mistake. Slowly, the Coopers changed their behavior, giving Emily the respect and kindness she deserved. Please don't forget subscribe and support me. I daily uploaded this type story on my channel. As the Coopers' behavior towards Emily softened, a new chapter began in her life. Emily was treated with more respect and kindness, and her role in the house shifted from merely being a maid to becoming someone whose work and ideas were valued. Even Mrs. Cooper began speaking to her in a warmer, more appreciative way. One day, Ryan noticed Emily writing something in the kitchen and asked, "Emily, what are you working on?" Emily hesitated for a moment and then replied, "I'm jotting down some design and decoration ideas. I've always had an interest in interior design." Surprised but genuinely interested, Ryan encouraged her. "Emily, you have a real talent if you're coming up with ideas on your own. Have you ever thought about studying design formally?" Emily admitted she'd dreamed of it, but never had the opportunity or resources. That's when Ryan offered her a life-changing proposal. "If you're willing, I could help you find a way to pursue your studies. You're already family here, and I think you have a bright future." With the Cooper's support, Emily enrolled in evening design classes while continuing her work at the house. As she learned more, she began transforming different rooms in the Cooper home, making them brighter and more beautiful with her unique touch. The family admired her skills, and word of Emily's talent soon spread beyond the household. Over time, Emily's journey took her from being the Cooper's maid to becoming a successful designer in her own right, working on larger projects around the city. She never forgot the family who had once treated her poorly but had eventually become her biggest supporters. And she was forever grateful to Ryan, whose belief in her had changed her life, proving that a little kindness and encouragement can truly transform someone's future.